Hello and welcome to Chapter 5. Bookish Babes After Dark.
We're actually doing really well at this.
I know. For any
Don't say
context,
nothing.
for any context to the listeners as to why we might be so happy, we've had to refilm so many of these episodes that this is the first time we've spoken about a book just once.
Yes.
So far. So, touching wood.
I ain't got none.
That this goes well and it's the one that you see. So, as always, please like, subscribe. This is a Bookish podcast. If this book is not for you, then please make sure to go and check out the previous 4 chapters
Yes.
and stick around for the future chapters because there will be something that you will enjoy. So, like we said, this chapter we're talking about Neon Gods by Katee Robert. Fun fact, this is actually the first book that I added to my TBR when I started reading again and got Goodreads.
Finally got to it.
Fun.
She made it.
We're getting there.
Only a year and a half later. So, let's do the blurb. He was supposed to be a myth, but from the moment I crossed the river Styx and fell under his dark spell, he was quite simply mine. Society darling Persephone Demetrio, could have butchered that, plans to flee the ultra-modern city of Olympus and start over far from the backstabbing politics of the 13 houses. But all that's ripped away when her mother ambushes her with an engagement to Zeus, the dangerous power behind their glittering city's dark facade. With no options left, Persephone flees to the forbidden Undercity and makes a devil's bargain with a man she once believed a myth. A man who awakens her to a world she never knew existed. Hades has spent his life in the shadows and he has no intention of stepping into the light, but when he finds that Persephone can offer a little slice of the revenge he spent years craving, it's all the excuse he needs to help her, for a price. Yet every breathless night spent tangled together has given Hades a taste for Persephone, and he'll go to war with Olympus itself to keep her close.
I loved this book.
I
Me too.
did.
But I am a Greek retelling
Oh
girly.
yeah, I love them.
I love a Hades and Persephone.
Whatever form it's in.
Dark ruler of the underworld takes the goddess of spring. Like, it really is Grumpy Sunshine.
Oh yeah.
Personified.
Yeah. You couldn't get more.
No.
Grumpy Sunshine.
No.
Delicious.
So, overall thoughts on the book, rating. Who wants to go first?
You can go first.
I'll go first.
You can go first.
5 stars.
5 stars.
5 stars.
All of them. Here's the stars.
So, like, the first time I read it, I gave it 5 stars. And then doing the reread for the pod, I was like, yeah, no, I couldn't.
Still love it.
Yeah, I still love it. I loved their relationship and but I also loved the sort of the lore and the politics that were all behind it. The fact that they're not mythical creatures. They are just
real people.
They're just people, and it's just all politics, which I found really interesting. Like, I liked that about it.
I'm going to stop you there because you're moving into my questions.
Okay,
Your
I'll
turn.
stop.
Your
Must
turn.
say, must stop.
Your turn.
She goes down. I think I gave it a 4.5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not that I did enjoy it. Everything about it, especially Hades, all the way through. And for once, I liked Persephone. Because in any other sort of retelling, she's always been quite quaint. She's always been quite, a bit of a pushover.
Yeah, she's always a bit of a wet wipe.
Yeah, and she just bitches.
Yeah.
Whereas in this, she comes straight in. She's like, I ain't taking no shit from no one. And Hades wants me.
Yeah.
And she's all for it, but she pushes him like nobody's business.
Yes. She's such a brat.
Yeah, and it was so refreshing to see, because anything else I've seen from a Persephone, like I said before, she's just, it's very flat. She gets warts all over, and it's like, I don't want that for her. And if she's matching up with Hades, she's going to have to be bigger and out there, because he's just like that. But yeah, like you said about the politics and everything like that, it was interesting. Like, they've got this whole, like, government, if you will. And I thought, fucking hell. It's not just straight up dick.
Yeah. Because the thing
Which
is,
will work magic.
it is very interesting because most retellings you will find, because obviously most retellings are fairy tales
Yeah.
or mythical stories.
Yeah, and they're all like grim
and they've
fairy
all
tales,
got a magic element to them.
Yeah.
And this is the first book that I've read where they're actually just humans that
Yeah.
die, take up this mantle, and they
just pass it on to
just
somebody
pass
else.
it on to somebody else.
But it's just the
And-
legacy roles that do that, which I
Yeah.
fucking love.
Yeah, and it's like the power is societal and
Yeah.
monetary. It's not actual power.
Yeah.
In like a magical sense.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
What did you rate it?
So I rate it a 4. However, I think I was really slumping during this book.
Mm-hmm.
Not because of the book. I think it was just, I don't even know why I was in a book slump, but I was. So it took me about a week to read, which considering I absolutely loved it, that
Yeah.
was really strange. So I think I'd have given it 5 stars, but because of that, I gave it 4. But there's no actual reason that I gave it 4.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just that I wasn't like in the mood. So really, it's probably a 5. So probably I'd let 4.5.
It's great,
Yeah.
regardless.
I
Yeah,
absolutely
it's
love the
fantastic.
fact that in the last 2 episodes have been like at least 1 5-star.
I know. It's good.
So the question that you don't know I'm going to ask, because normally we
Oh.
discuss what we're going to talk about.
I'm excited.
It's not that interesting really, because you've kind of discussed it already.
Okay.
Well, she's
But-
fought it for all of us.
Sorry.
Well, both of you have.
Oh.
Shit.
So obviously, Hades and Persephone is a really well-known story.
Yeah.
And there
Yeah.
are lots of retellings.
Yeah.
Mm.
What are, first of all, your opinions on retellings in general? Do you like them? Do you not?
Love them.
And second of all, where does Neon Gods rank in Hades and Persephone retellings that you read? Now, I'm thinking because I've only read 2. I've only read this one and then the Scarlet St. Clair series.
This will be my 3rd
Yeah.
retelling.
Yeah, I think it's because
This
Promises and Pomegranates
is
is
a
a retelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Hades and Persephone as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're not called Hades and Persephone.
No, they're not.
They're not. But it's a retelling. Why do you think she has a pomegranate tattoo?
I just thought that.
And
But
Kai's
it's-
an absolute bad
Yeah, but it's
fuck.
like another book that I've read. They use Persephone as a safe word. Pomegranate even.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Which one was
I
that?
can't remember what book that is. I've read it recently.
Yeah.
That's
Use-
Promises and Pomegranates used as a pomegranate
it's-
as a
but
safe word.
But it's not that because I've read it. In
Because
the
I've
past
read it
few
in somewhere
weeks.
else as well.
It might be a pod book for all I know. But pomegranate
Promises and Pomegranates.
pomegranate is the safe word for a book somewhere.
Yeah.
So I just thought that I don't
We'll
know.
come back to that.
I'd
Second
say-
one, right?
She might just like pomegranates.
Maybe.
She
So
might
I,
just be a fruity gal.
so I've read 3 then. I
Yeah.
didn't even know 1 was 1.
Yeah.
But this easily tops all 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be this. Promises and Pomegranates.
And then
a touch
Scarlet-
of,
yeah.
a touch of darkness.
See, mine's this, Touch of Darkness and Promises and Pomegranates. I gave that 3 stars the first time I read it.
In a touch of darkness, I don't like Persephone in it.
No,
Yeah.
I don't like her.
Yeah.
She's a wet flannel.
Like, so I noticed that because she's done it where the like Touch of Darkness, the other one and the other one are all from Persephone's
her
POV.
point of view.
Have you read Hades' point of
Yeah.
view?
No.
Yeah.
He is such a horny teenager.
I feel like with A Touch of Darkness, she's a wet wipe, and then she builds.
She gets
Yeah.
less
She's
wet,
progressive.
kind of, in her personality.
Progresses, not progressive.
Mm.
She progresses as the series goes on. But yeah, I do get what you're saying. Not in
She's straight
here.
from the get-go.
Yeah.
And that's what I like to
And
see.
she's calculated, but in a positive way.
Yeah.
Normally, when people say women are calculated, it's in a bad way.
Yeah.
She's calculated in that she gives off this persona to everybody in the political realm
Mm.
that she's this happy-go-lucky,
Yeah,
will do
and-
whatever you want
and
kind of thing.
she's
And
just
underneath,
not.
she's like, I'm just waiting until I can get out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a plan.
she's very good at masking
Yeah.
what she,
Yeah.
who she is and what she wants to be.
But Hades touches on that quite a few times. He's like, I can't tell how
Mhm.
she's actually, whether she's faking everything or not.
Yeah.
And then obviously when a whole wall's come down, he's like, oh, shit.
Oh, shit,
She means
You
business.
need to shake her out of this shit. Come
Fuck
on.
off.
So obviously, Persephone's mother, Demeter,
Oh, yes.
she has, decides that she's getting engaged to Zeus.
Yeah.
They thingy on her.
I
surprised
hated her
with
at
it.
the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved her at the end.
That I did. Cute old stupid.
Yeah. And then, so Persephone is like, I've got to get out, because if I don't get out, that's it.
Zeus will be the end of it.
Because Zeus is known for killing his previous wives, the Heras
Yes.
he's had. Not that it's, nobody's like, yeah, he definitely did it, but everybody knows he did it.
It's a whisper.
Yeah.
If you will.
Little whisper.
Yeah.
So she then flees, but Zeus's men chase her, and she ends up having to cross over the bridge, over the river Styx.
But everyone thinks Hades is a myth.
Yes.
But
So
she's
does
had she's had this fascination with him though,
Yeah.
which I'm like,
Same girl.
same. Who isn't like fascinated by sort of like the darkness and the mystery that sort of surrounds like Hades? He's meant to be like god of the underworld, like ruler of his people. He's this like big, dark, scary boogeyman of Olympus, but really he's just a little puppy.
It's just a what's up day.
He just wants a cuddle.
It's just a baby.
So she then crosses the bridge, and who'd be at the edge of the bridge?
Of course.
And then Hades, and she's like, "Who's this lovely man?
Oh
meets
my,
me at
who
the edge
is
of
this
the bridge?"
dashing man?
And then she finds out it's Hades, and then there's a bit of conversation between them, and they come to this arrangement that they're going to pretend that he's defiled her, so Zeus doesn't want her anymore.
I love that this was her arrangement.
It was her idea.
Not his.
Yeah.
She was like, I want to be dicked by this dude, and we're all going to have a good time with it.
Yeah. And what does he get out of it again? Oh yeah, pissing Zeus off, because Zeus
Oh,
killed
yeah.
his parents. So it's all gravy, they're all fine. And then, so the whole kind of, middle bit of the book is them kind of going on these trips around the lower
It
city
shows
together.
around everywhere.
Yeah, it shows, and they essentially fall in love, but they don't know, because they're each like, oh, it's just being nice to me. while
they
I'm
both
here
just try to
until I
stick
leave.
to this deal.
Yeah, and blah, blah, blah. And then he obviously does the defiling part.
On the throne.
On the throne.
On the throne.
I
Because
told these.
This was an unexpected twist for me.
Oh no! See, like I told you guys I needed you to
There was a
like
throne
I needed
scene,
your reaction for the throne scene, and it just sort of came to the group chat of just.
Well, the bit that was unexpected is I didn't think that there would be a exhibition. I can't say it. Exhibitionism, like kind of line
in
to
there.
it,
Yeah.
and that
I
this-
thought it would have just been them two.
yeah, and that this
Yeah.
sex club kind of thing.
But
that he
Hades
runs.
is like, nah, I want these peeps in.
Yeah. And then obviously she's all like, yeah, I want to do it in front of the people. And he's like, okay.
Slay.
Yes,
sir.
So they kind of work up to the full deed.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then there's all the drama behind Zeus kicking off and all the intricacies of the book, which you all know when you read it. And then Demeter redeems herself.
She
does.
But not before
It's Persephone the
Persephone
whole way.
decides, doesn't she, that
Yeah.
she's going to save
Right
him by
from the
going back.
beginning, she's got her shit together.
Yeah.
She knows what she wants. She goes into this deal thinking, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Knows it's going to be a shit show with Zeus and all this. And even then, she's still backing Hades from the beginning.
She leaves the lower city and goes back after making a deal with her mum
Yeah.
to save him.
I just love the fact that, again, like you said, it was her idea.
Yeah.
It was her plan.
Yeah.
It wasn't Demeter's plan. It was Persephone's plan
Yeah.
the whole time.
And then when she goes back and speaks to Demeter, then she learns that she originally had a plan
Yeah.
that Persephone fucked up.
Like, you
And
fucked this
leaving.
whole thing up.
But then they managed to come to a kind of arrangement together that meant that everybody was happy.
And Zeus got his fucking ass handed to him,
Yeah.
mate.
Thank
got-
you.
Oh,
killed.
and when they buy the dogs.
Oh,
When they buy the
oh,
dogs.
yes!
Because she's
Are
like, you need a
you-
dog, and he's like, no, it's just gonna be me on my own, and then he asks her to name them.
Yeah.
See, because knowing about sort of the mythology behind it,
They have a three-headed dog.
it's the
don't they?
three-headed dog.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the fact that they buy three puppies!
So she's like, because he's the one that decides, oh no, they can't be separated.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna have to get all three.
you're a big fat softie.
It's just a baby!
It's just a baby. But I loved him from the get go. Soon as he was on that bridge, I was like,
It's just that.
I know what's
So
up.
it was his description. I cancelled out a lot of the things in my head, because I always envision Hades in a certain way, and it's Tom Hiddleston dressed as Loki in the black suit. That's how I envision Hades. When it was like, he's got a beard, I'm like, no, he doesn't.
No, not in my eyes, he's not.
Not in my head, he's not.
See, I don't imagine faces because I have that weird thing, don't I, where I can't imagine much. I can imagine little bits, but like,
But
it's
not a full
always,
face.
So I can see like from the neck down, but the faces.
It's weird. Of course you can.
He's always in a suit. He's always in a black suit.
Always.
But to me, it's all I've ever seen. So to me, it's normal. Like I could just imagine the suit, but like when they describe like how his face looks, I'm like.
But I've noticed Hades has always got longer.
Yeah.
He's always got longer, except from Kai. He's always got longer, hasn't he?
Yeah,
I imagine now he'd
not,
probably
innit?
have a man bun.
Yeah.
It's giving
I
Garrel.
did.
It's giving Garrel.
I see him as like, if Roman Reigns, wrestler dude, Google him.
Oh wait, he's the one that I think looks like Cassian. Yes.
He's got a man bun, and if he just had a bit of something.
Structured. Always has to be a structured beard.
I absolutely love the fact that you've gone for like this big
hunky fucking dude.
And then I'm just like,
Pee-wee.
Tom Hiddleston.
But it's not though. I'd still have him. I'd still take him.
he's still like 6'4". He's like 6'5".
That is fine by me.
Did you? I'm not going to talk about favourite parts because I think we can all
The whole
agree
thing
it's
is
the whole
favourite.
thing. But are there any parts about it that you didn't like?
The bit confronting Zeus, I think I wanted more from Hades. I know he was a bit taken back of like, he knew he had to get rid of him. But I think I wanted it more grim.
Yeah, like I didn't like the fact that the window accidentally got shot
Yeah,
out and then he
I
accidentally
wanted
fell out of
Hades
it. Like,
to come in and be
Hades
like,
to get the
you,
fuck out the
yeah,
window.
you ain't taking my woman.
Yeah.
I've claimed her on my throne mines I had.
In front of like
In
half of the
front
other
of
city.
Everybody, right?
She man.
Exactly. And the wind texted. The wind. I don't want that.
Yeah.
I want him to come in. I want him to flick his coat behind him.
Mm-hmm. Like a
You don't,
Voldemort
no.
I want Aragorn vibes in the door. That's what I want.
There's so many references in this episode.
I want him to come in. It's all fucking windy and nice. Pops that bitch.
Really nice. He's in a sealed building.
But it's windy. Right? And the windows are open.
His aircon.
Don't flick the aircon on me. It's my time.
He set fans up before he went in.
Zeus, can you just carry on railing the woman in the bathroom while I
Yeah.
set the fans up?
Just,
I'll
I'll be
be
back
right
in
back.
a minute. I'll circle back round.
I love how passionate you are about it.
You know,
Yeah.
that's my 2 cents on
Whereas
that.
I wanted, when Persephone goes back and Zeus has basically got her in like a fucking chokehold.
I'll be like, fuck off.
I really wanted her to just pull a knife at me, step a foot
Yeah.
back, bitch.
Fuck it.
That's what I wanted.
She was playing the long game.
Yeah. She's up here. She's got it.
Yeah.
She's so smart.
But
I want to be Persephone. So
Yeah.
In this, I do.
in this,
like a bit of exhibitionism, do we?
I think the whole fact that he's got a fucking playroom, I think it's so.
It's
on.
not. It's not Hades, though, is it?
It's on brand though, for
But
Hades
that's the
to
thing.
be
It's on brand because he does it to
be
be
Hades.
But would he actually do it if he didn't have
Because
to?
he's so into the sort of
Because
being.
he does it for her at the end.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I really enjoyed the scene where he basically hate fucked her.
Oh my god.
And then he sort of
He
at
says
the end.
something to it though. He said, "What's the one line that
Hold on.
he goes for the throat with her?" And she's a bit like,
Hold on.
Oh.
What did I? Dark blue. I need dark blue.
she needs the blues. There's one line that's when he's railing her up that door, and he apologizes to her.
Oh yeah. So right. It was the.
It's the
Is it? Are we on the same bit?
yes.
Yes.
What
Right.
page?
284. it says, Hades keeps seducing me with his words, entrapping me. Someday, when you let some asshole seduce you, and you're riding their cock, remember tonight, and know that they will never compare to me. You think of me when they're inside of you. My gaze flicks to his face, and the possessive fury that's not just hot, which is just as hot as what he's doing to my body. I want to sink into it and never surface. I can't, though. I can't. Don't be cruel, I gasp. I am cruel.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were. Is that your favourite quote of the book?
No.
That's just one of them.
That's just one of them.
I'll tell you what my favourite one is.
Give it to us.
Because it's funny, I like it.
He's quite witty though, isn't
He's
he?
witty, and I think this is what I like. It's when she takes her clothes off at some point.
Of course.
She takes her dress off. He tells her, he says, take off the dress, then lie back and spread your legs. And then she said, he has me cornered and I can't even pretend he doesn't. I glare. But it feels half-hearted at best with the anticipation licking at my skin. I don't waste time in teasing him. I just yank the dress off and toss it to the side. Hades follows the movement of the fabric, disapproval radiating from him. Next time, you fold it, or I'm going to make you crawl across the floor in penance.
And don't get blood on my hands.
I was like,
I'll crawl. He's so particular about
If his
his house
hardwood
though.
floors?
I feel like that's his, I feel like
And his red carpet.
Oh
I feel
yeah.
like he's got a little bit of OCD.
Yeah.
Just little.
Because when he finds a lot in the bathroom and he puts the table back to where it was.
Wait a minute.
Oh,
That's
what a
mine.
sassy bitch.
That made me
Oh yeah.
chuckle inside. I was
That
like,
was so good. Yeah, you're funny. You're a
You
funny
think
guy.
you're funny?
You're kind of
Yeah.
funny.
Just love you so much.
I did have a funny tab actually.
I didn't know this was all dick.
So like I had
/funny.
I had law, quotes, plot, spice. Holy fuck, that was hot, funny and cute.
So I thought it was really funny, especially in certain parts, like, especially, was it when someone said, that's Zeus's woman you have there, and then he said, he shouldn't have let his pet wander so far from safety.
Put that collar on her.
Oh no! See, like one of my favourite quote bits, is he literally says to her, this bit it says, his hand strokes down my spine because I'm nowhere near done with you yet, and I'm like, hello, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, you are not.
Another one that I really liked was when they were talking about having sex. I think it was like maybe for the first time. And he goes, she says, you're attractive enough in a broody sort of way, even if I'm not your type. I'm sure you can close your eyes and think of England or whatever it is the boogeyman does when he engages in carnal activities. And he says, carnal activities? I don't think he's taken a breath in the last 60 seconds. Are you a virgin, Persephone? I scrunch up my nose. That's not really any of your business. Why do you ask? Because only a virgin would call sex carnal activities. Oh, he's just funny.
I love. Right, here we go. Here's a bit. I've underlined this and I've actually noted on it. It says, hold on, I'll remove these. There we go. Just like that, he confirms. Hades glances at the door and then back to me. When I said I didn't bargain for sex, that wasn't strictly true. Each encounter has an element of a bargain and negotiated in it. What I actually meant is that I value consent. Consent, because you have no other options, you have no other options, isn't consent. Hades, you plan on putting me down before walking through the door, wherever it leads. And my one thing was, we love a respectful king.
Absolutely. And he always says, I'm going to touch you now.
Yeah.
I'm going to touch you. And I'm like,
Okay. Carry on.
Thanks for telling me.
thanks. I
Appreciate
needed
it.
that. What a swear guy.
Overall, we absolutely love him.
Oh, so good.
Oh, God, yeah.
Absolutely.
That actually might be one of my favourite Hades and Persephone retellings.
Yeah.
Because it's done so well.
so well.
And Hades is written so well.
Yeah. But she also... So I've read the rest of the series.
Of course.
And she does all of them really well.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like...
All of her characters have a personality. I feel like this is one of my favourites, and then the one with Ares as
Yeah.
well, because that's a why choose.
So I will be reading the rest of the series.
There's going to
Yeah.
be 10 books in total. She's got 6 out currently.
I think we should include all of them in the pod, personally.
This is one of them where, because I'm a sucker for starting a series, except for Makata, and not going back to it. Like, I'll start a book, and then it's like, I'll float off somewhere else, and then just never go back to it. Whereas I feel like I have to know more now.
Because it's each book is
I
a
need to
different
know more.
couple, and like at the start of, so at this book there isn't one, there's just a map at the start of this book,
Yeah.
but at the rest of them there's like a full circle, and it pins whose book's it about, who's related, whose
This
daughters
is
is
what
who.
I like
and
to
it's-
see.
Before I read this, I read the novella, the
Oh, yeah.
0.5 novella.
I haven't read that. I
I've
really
not
want
either.
to. That's Medusa, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh! She
Oh,
bad bitch.
I thought that it was because Medusa was going to be within here, but it must just be like just a little bit, like, because it
Just
is
a little
only,
snippet.
it is really short.
I'm a big fan of Medusa. I mean, I've got
Yeah.
her tattooed on my thigh. But I want more Medusa stuff.
Yeah.
Because she's a bad bitch.
Yeah. So, recommend reading Stoneheart. I think I got it on Kindle for like 99p, I think.
Bagging.
Yeah.
Dogs.
So,
bagging.
so that was Neon Gods by Katee Robert.
Yes.
So good. Highly recommend. Everyone
Yeah.
should read it. Okay, so back to usual programming.
Regular scheduling.
Yes.
Insert theme song.
We are. We have an unhinged book of the week called Rake by Nicole Parker. Taylor is a girl who needs to get her leaves in the bin before trash pickup.
Of course.
Connor is a rake in every sense of the word. Kyle is a best friend who is along for the ride. What started out as a weird day will turn into so much more. Taylor knows that she needs to clean up her yard before trash pickup tomorrow, but when she heads to her garage to get her supplies, something seems off. Luckily, her best friend Kyle is available to offer his services. When the two come together to deal with the leaves, Taylor meets Connor, who rocks her world.
Yeah.
So does the rake have a name?
Yeah.
Connor.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's the
What's
first
your
book,
first thoughts? What's your first...
Is
what comes to mind?
I'm thinking that Taylor and Kyle get at it, and the rake is used as an implement, and it just happens to be that they like calling inanimate objects by human names, like your car, for example.
Whereas I just thought, when in Beauty and the Beast, when all of the like utensils are reincarnated.
Candles come out of nowhere. Teapots.
Full kitchen set. Like, you know the duster that she's got like a skirt on.
Oh yeah. He's got pants on instead. So
Were any of us on the right track? Or?
kind of. I mean, without the skirt. There's no claws involved.
I think nothing less.
So it starts with Taylor. She's sat home. She's having a panic over her leaves outside.
Classic.
As you do.
As you do.
She's like, oh, bin men are coming tomorrow. Shit. Best clean my leaves up.
Starts off weird then.
It's just a mundane problem. She goes into a garage. She's like, rake me leaves. As you do. She hears some weird ass noise. Obviously thinks somebody's breaking in. She has a panic. Goes back to her house and she rings a mate, which is Kyle. He turns up and she's like, I'm convinced somebody was in my garage. Please will you just come and have a look? But before that, he somehow falls and ends up with his dick in her. Right? So...
Oh, far off then.
So he trips and falls and lands inside
He's
it.
just, all of a sudden, they've gone from trying to find out if someone's trying to kidnap her or something, and he's like, nah, I'm going to bang you first, and then we'll go and have a look. So he's doing all this, like, good stuff to her. Spanks her with a,
Trowel?
no, What's something in the kitchen that you... Spatula?
Oh, fucking hell, there is a spatula!
Travel! He gets her to lick it and then...
What's the purpose?
I don't
of
know.
licking it?
I don't know. So
Maybe
she's...
it makes more of a.
It could be, but he's just... You know, like, you get a Wii remote playing that tennis.
Like swatting flies.
That's it. He's just out here. And then they're at it again on carpet.
Ooh.
You know.
Right,
So
okay.
she's gone from all fours to on carpet without even worrying if there's someone in a garage.
Mm.
So they do all that. She's like, maybe we should, like, you know, see what the problem was, what I called you here for in the first place. So he's like, oh yeah, of course, not a problem.
So he just thought it was a booty call.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently they've been doing this for quite a long
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
You know,
So when it's best friend, it's a best friends with benefits.
that's the one.
Yeah.
You know, so he's come in. They go to said garage. That's when she realises, oh, I didn't buy that rake. That's not my rake. And then starts hearing noises, hearing someone shouting her, and she's obviously like to this Kyle, you know, did you hear that? And she's like, no. And he's, no, I don't know what you're on about. And she's like, well, I'm obviously
Going mad.
going completely loony bin. So it goes to Connor's chapter, and he's like, I can't believe I've been turned into a rake by my ex-girlfriend. How does one become a rake? He's completely baffled because he hears it. He hears her having sex in the house, and that's how he kind of like shouts to her while she's in said garage.
Whereas the fact that he's like, you got turned into a rake, or like, you know, the meme of her boyfriend's a witch, bro.
She was the wicked witch of the west. So,
But hang on, I have questions already.
give it to us.
Is she the girlfriend then, or
No, she's
or
just a random girl.
Did some random girl turn her boyfriend into a rake and then think, I need to go and deposit this in somebody's house?
I don't know how he got from being human to a rake to in her shed.
It just happened. There was no context in the book.
No.
Right? Okay.
He was there and then he wasn't.
I could just imagine a rake like wobbling along trying to get to someone's
Like that.
house. You know, on the rookie bit at the bottom.
Honestly, these
So
books.
she's just like, did you hear that? You know, what the fuck's going on? So she's basically whispering to Carl, she's like, I've lost my mind and now I'm hearing voices that like to hear me come. Great.
Oh, okay. So
He heard it all. Rake in the shed's like this. Hears it all.
inside he's going, yeah, harder.
Exactly. And he goes, yes, I very much liked hearing you come and I would like to make you lose your mind, but not in the way that you're thinking. She goes, okay, I've lost it. Kyle is looking at me quizzically. The voice in my head is horny as fuck, which makes me a little sense as I was thinking about riding Kyle into whatever the fuck is happening right now. The rake then goes, I'd prefer if you ride me.
Did she have one-on-one time with the rake?
Is it like a broomstick
Yes.
where you climb like Harry Potter?
Or does she?
She'd get splinters.
Or would
Or
she?
does she insert it?
But that would be his head, right? Or is that his feet?
What?
Every man in the world's probably wanted to like just.
Yeah, let's get in.
Well, he got his wish.
So she goes, you can call me Connor if that helps. She's like, it doesn't. I'm just going to rake up the leaves out front, ride Carl until I black out again, and then pretend this never happened.
I mean, she's
Fair
at this
assessment.
point. At this point, at least she's got some sense in her.
She has. Slightly.
Because the fact that she's like, no, don't help. Sorry, hon.
So
Yeah.
she's can obviously hear him. He can hear her. She's just not realised that it's the
It's the
rake
rake.
that's talking to her. So she's like, I'm looking at this weird ass rake that definitely wasn't in my garage yesterday. And this Connor's like, what do you mean, rake? You're staring straight at me. What the? So he has no idea that he's a rake. So it switches to his chapter and he's like, a rake, a literal rake. How the fuck did Brittany turn me into a rake? How is this an appropriate punishment for sleeping with her sister. I didn't know it wasn't my fault. Okay, so apparently I'm a rake. There's a
So they
lot.
must have been twins. There's a lot that was just in that one sentence.
So Brittany, it must have been twins. If he goes, I didn't know.
Exactly.
Surely that's the only.
And she's like, fuck this. Rake.
Do you know what I really dislike? Do you know what the worst punishment would be? To be a rake.
Absolutely.
That's what she thought.
I'm going to make you...
The worst garden implement you could
I
possibly
know.
think of. She was like, rake. That's the one.
So, she says, he says, I told you my name. Are you going to tell me yours? I'm pretty sure she said Taylor, but it's creepy enough that I'm in her head. So she says, fuck you. And he goes, great start. I would very much enjoy that, but my understanding is I am no a rake, and I'm not sure how that will work, but I'm willing to try if you are.
God wants to try it.
He's a tryer.
Yeah, we can't false him for that.
No.
Seriously, I have no idea how I ended up here, but you need a rake. I am a rake. Let's work together. You thought I was going to say let's rake. Insert 70s music, 70s pop disco. I know she has a perfectly functional, non-mind reading rake right there. I guess I don't know. It's not mind reading. I guess I don't know anything anymore.
Oh, bless him. He's just a bit
I
confused.
feel sorry for him.
He doesn't know where he is. What
Poor
he's
Connor.
doing. So
The rake.
Carl comes back.
Oh,
He's
all
with
right.
some bin bags, you know. So he comes back, and she starts to reach for the other rake, and then pauses. What am I doing? Here, Carl, you can use this old rake. I got a new one. She hands him the old rake and picks me up.
She just starts.
If I was not already a long stick, I would instantly be hard at her touch.
But he's a piece of wood.
Correct.
Literally.
So Carl was like complaining like a bitch. I did not sign up for this kind of manual labour, Carl says jokingly as he walks out to the front yard. She thought speeches to him. Do I use you like a normal rake? Is that a weird thing to ask? Oh my god, of course it is. What else would I do? Ride you like a pole?
Yes. Yes, you would.
She starts pulling my head through the leaves over and over.
Oh, so it's the bottom. Yeah. So it's his feet.
She was having a malfunction.
I mean, that's definitely a kink. I feel like that's slightly more acceptable than a head.
Oh,
wearing
he's basically like, oh, it's like a fairy tale. If you kiss me, I'll go back to normal. So she ends up like kissing all over his rake bits. And he's like, oh my god. Oh, wow. You know? You know?
I can just imagine her being like, come here, let me kiss you.
On your spindly bits.
These little.
Each one into. No, because they're his toes.
Yeah.
No, because that's his head.
Oh, I think that's where she starts.
Mm.
So she's like, is there a certain part of you I have to kiss? Like a comb? We put you near your cat and it gips.
No, pussy.
I've been thinking of the tongs, I guess, as my head, but do what feels right for you.
Okay.
Okay. He's like, stop thinking and just let your body feel what's right. None of this is right.
If I stop thinking, I'm putting the rake down. I'm going inside.
I've
Yeah.
put it down. I've quit my fucking job.
I'm setting it alight. Setting on fire.
Done. I'm gone. I've sold the house.
Bye. Fuck the bins. So she pulls off her shirt and starts rubbing my tongs all over her chest, leaving little scratch marks. You're a bit of a masochist, aren't you? And she's like, oh, you've got no idea. You've got no idea, my love.
So is it right?
It's just basically going,
Is this in her front garden or in the garage?
just a garage this.
Okay.
I imagined it all in the front garden.
Like,
Just out there.
That's why I was like, imagine someone just rolling by in their car and
And
just
she's
see
just
someone
going-
just kissing a rake and then rubbing it all over her.
and the other bloke's just like,
whoa.
Yeah.
Right,
I
bin
didn't
bags.
realise this was a new kind of foreplay.
like,
do this to
this
my
is
rake.
new. You've not told me about this. I thought we talked about kinks.
I brought a spatula. So he's like, I think I found my dream girl. He's a fucking rake. Seriously, I never would have thought girl willing to fuck a rake would have been on the top of my list of desirable characters. What? When she starts licking me, I lose it. She'd have a dry ass mouth.
Yeah.
Off that fucking bit of wood. She asking, can you come as a rake? No idea, but I want to. Please keep going. What would he jizz? Wood splinters.
Leaves.
I
I know you just collected all those, but
Have some more.
I mean, it's better than the last couple of ones that we've read where it's all been either like funnel cake icing or some
Yeah.
type of like
Crap.
sweet thing.
Yeah.
Now it's just
Get into the good
leaves.
oh okay.
Oh, there's more.
Right. There's
So
more.
obviously she's like, the kissing's not working. It's not bringing him back. We need to go
In
deeper.
We can't.
deeper. Insert rake.
Literally.
Let's go with the skinny end first.
I'm sitting in my garage, finger fucking myself for a rake, and Kyle walks out in just a towel. Oh fuck.
So Kyle's gone for a fucking shower.
Yeah, he's fucked off. He's like, manual labour, not for me.
I'm gonna go have a shower.
See you in a bit. So he goes, Taylor, I've got the shower running. What the hell are you doing? How in the fuck do I possibly explain this? Kyle, I had a sudden urge to fuck this rake. You can watch, join, or get the fuck out.
This bitch takes no prisoners.
And then she's to the point. He looks confused, only for a second. But then drops the towel around his hips, displaying his ready cock and ass. How do you want to do this?
Oh my god, please tell me that he doesn't take the rake. Okay.
She asks Kyle to do her in the batter. She gets Connor the rake to do her in the non-batter. And
That's a DP if ever I've heard of one.
yeah. I feel a sharp pain as the rake shaft slams against my ass. It stings and burns, especially after the spatula earlier. But the pain leads to an endorphin rush, which leads to an amazing orgasm.
I bet she's got splinters.
100%. So then this Carl's like, doing a really good job. You can take it.
Well done for taking the rake, love. Well done.
Well fucking
Well
done.
done,
Good
hon.
job. Good job.
So she then asks Connor,
The rake.
how does it feel? And the rake's like, you have no fucking idea.
Yeah, she don't, 'cause she's not a fucking rake.
She's not a rake, she's not fucking... So Connor turns around, mentally. Yeah.
Just imagine this rake turning 180 inside.
Hello. Hi, Kyle.
Oh, didn't see you back there.
Whoa! There you go, nabs in my face.
This wasn't on my wish list.
So he goes, oh my fucking god. When Kyle grabbed me, I was not sure whether I would be into being handled by someone who wasn't Taylor. Using me to touch her though, even violently, fuck yes. Watching him push into her slowly and carefully while holding me in position, oh god. Granted he doesn't know it's me, but I think I could get used to this. And Taylor asking how it feels, fuck. The kind of woman who cares what the fuck a rake is feeling while she is still getting pounded. How am I going to give her up? Being turned into a rake might be the best thing that's ever happened to me. I think I could get used to the three of us being together.
He's a fucking rake!
The worst part is, Kyle's got no idea that he's currently sleeping with another man.
Yeah.
Because it's a rake.
So Taylor's obviously like, whoa, mind blown. I feel weird leaving Connor in the garage after everything, but I also seem weird to ask Kyle if I could bring a rake to bed with us. He was amazingly good sport with the rake fucking and not asking questions, but he's got to have some limit on some strange requests.
I like how that's too
Imagine
far.
chucking a rake into there.
Yeah, but
Pitchfork.
it'd have to be the wide end on the pillow, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Otherwise it'd be like top and tailor.
Because that's his head, isn't it? You sit there, mate.
There won't be enough space on the pillars.
I know. I'd have to say we'd have to get some more.
Yeah.
So, anyway, she thinks it's a whole ass fucking dream that she banged a Rake. She even asked Kyle, "Did I fuck a Rake last night?" And he was like, "Yeah. What's up with you?" So she's obviously a bit gutted. She can't find the Rake. She goes back outside. It's nowhere to be found. Anyway, she's like fully confused, thinking
As am
that exactly, thinking that it was just like a whole weird fucking dream. And Connor wakes up, doesn't he? As a literal human being.
Oh, so he's a human again now?
Yeah.
So we just needed to bang someone?
That was it.
Okay.
So he comes back, he's awake in his own bed, he's like, what the fuck? What's happening? I need to go and tell Tyler what's going on. He needs to find her house. Somehow he finds her house, as if a Rake has a memory of where the fuck it's been. He sees her outside having a fight with the bins, because she's clearly forgot to put her bins out. That was the said problem in the first place. He literally runs to her house and he's like, oh my god, it's me, the Rake. And she's like, oh my god, Connor, the Rake. 1 year later.
What?
Whoa.
Whether
These
he
never have.
Whether he turns back into a Rake, I don't know.
These never have like a flash forward.
But anyway, her and Connor are at it, you know, doing the diddlies. Kyle comes back in, he's like, can't believe you started with me. The end.
They're a happy throuple. It all started with a Rake.
I'm speechless.
I have no words.
I was fucking crying.
The
reading
shit
that.
people come up with, honestly.
Who looks at a Rake and goes, fuck yes.
That
It's
one.
Bitter you.
Yeah.
Who goes in B&Q and goes, oh, look at all them.
It's because they're not talking to you.
That's it.
Oh, that's a nice shiny Rake, that.
He obviously had a way with his words.
He did. He was like, mate, I want up and in that bus.
Wow.
Well,
On KU, if anyone wants to
Yeah,
take a read.
yeah, 35 pages.
that's
not
quick,
bad, that.
easy read.
Yeah.
She's got a cat called Mochi.
Nice.
Yeah.
As long as the cat don't get involved.
Oh
Yeah.
no,
Oh, that'd be
no,
too far.
He's
That'd be too far.
He's doing whatever.
He's an actual cat, not a...
Oh, well,
No.
I'm guessing so.
Okay.
Could be fucking
Who
Greg
knows?
for all we know.
Yeah.
He just turns up out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm a cat.
Woo! Don't ever call me Mochi again, you fuck.
Turns out mochi's just his favourite food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a journey.
Yeah,
That was.
So, next we have book releases from the 19th to the 25th of May.
Yes.
So first of all, we have You and Me, Honeybee by
Oh.
Gemma Nichols, which I actually have an arc for.
Oh,
However,
do
yeah, forgot that it was for today's episode, so I haven't read it yet.
Oh.
But it's due for release on the 22nd of May.
It sounds very cute and very fluffy.
Yeah, it is very cute and very fluffy. So we've got tropes. I know for a fact that you guys won't like this.
Okay.
But the tropes are he falls first.
No, because I love a he falls
I like that as well.
Yeah, but wait till I get to the last one.
Oh.
That's where you won't like it. Black cat, golden retriever.
Yes.
Brother's best friend.
Yes!
You like listed out my favourites.
Dual POV.
Yes!
Fluffy closed door romance.
Fuck off. Where's the dick?
I want to know what happens.
How does he fall into a bus?
But it could be like another Binding 13 to you. You never
It
know.
could,
You never know.
because I
So-
actually quite like that.
I'll read it and I'll give you an update.
Let us know.
Report
Update
back.
us.
I'll give you an update.
That's what I like.
And then, also on the 22nd of May,
Oh.
we have Fiery Little Thing by Avina St. Graves.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I need that book
So
much.
The tropes. Hate to love.
Tick.
He falls first.
Tick.
Unhinged FMC.
Tick, tick, tick.
And he's obsessed.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also, I think he sets fire to our house.
He does?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah. So that sounds...
I'm here for
Fantastic.
some female rage.
Oh, yeah.
I imagine we will probably all purchase this book and we will probably review it on the pod.
Yes, absolutely.
So stay tuned for that.
I want more of her work, without a doubt.
Stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
Coming soon. Well, ish.
Maybe. At some point.
At some point.
Will be.
We'll get round to it.
Yeah. So that concludes. I almost said chapter 4, but it's chapter 5.
That's 10.
5. Just one of them, not all of them.
So, as always, if you loved us, let us know. Like and subscribe on YouTube. You can subscribe on Spotify.
You can follow us.
You can also follow us. You can rate us.
Yes,
Give us a rating
because that'll push us out to more, and hopefully create a lovely little community of little bookish babes.
You're the real MVP, guys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yep. And make sure to come check us out on TikTok,
And
Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're all over the shop.
We are everywhere, every platform.
Yep.
Apple Podcasts. I'm on to yours.
Coming to you.
She's coming for you.
I'm working on it.
So yeah, that's it. Peace out, guys.
Peace out.
See you next week.
Slay.